Yo, welcome to another brand new episode of the award-winning, world-famous Behind the Baller podcast. This is a Dust Brothers professional podcast production. Nothing but museum-quality podcasting every Monday and Thursday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Guys, I am your host, Ben Baller, not Ben Humble, also known as the Korean John Cusack, but today I am the Korean Anthony Fauci. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a fucking show for you, okay? If you are having a tough Monday, I promise you this is going to be the best entertainment you will get today because I got a lot of shit to say. All right, guys, you guys ready, man? All right, let's fucking go. We have a very special interview today. We have an entrepreneur, Brian Berber, founder of the Deadstock sneaker app. And he's not only smart and rich, he's Filipino, okay? What does that mean? It means a lot because I backed my Asians, you know what I'm saying? So just make sure that you download the Deadstock app if you fuck with sneakers and shit. Go ahead. I was introduced to this dude from my pade, my bro Jeff, who owns Riff. So definitely, download that app. But guys, let's get right into this shit, okay? Like right deep into the toilet, okay? Like Drano. Like fuck Drano. What the fuck's the other thing? We're literally like a plunger. We're going right deep, okay? Look, I think 18 years of age is quite young, okay? And in the last 20 or so years, I think the age 18 is not really a great measurement for labeling somebody an adult. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, when I was 18, I was all over the place. And yeah, I left my home, not by choice, at 16. But even at 18, I wasn't ready for the world like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, fuck it, here it is. And I'm an adult and, I'm ready to fucking start my life. And I mean, sure, I deep dived into it, but I'm saying if I had to, for sure, I was going to do whatever is needed to survive and, be on my own. I didn't really have any financial assistance from anybody. My mom would help me out here and there, but I'm talking about like, no, not really, So with that said, my skin was way thicker and tougher than the deepest hide of leather, okay? And definitely, I just don't see my kids having the same thick, toughness and, thick skin and whatever. And I see the kids today, I don't give a fuck anyone entitled and everything, like YouTube people that are just like, oh, I had it, so shut the fuck up because you were broke and you fucking couch surfed. Shut the fuck up, okay? What I'm really trying to say is 18 is too young to say you're an adult. For some people, even at 21, that might be a little young, right? Might be a little too early to say it. But once you are a grown adult, and you can order an alcoholic beverage. And I know in Canada it's different, in Mexico and all that shit I'm talking about in America, okay? Now you hold the power to potentially kill someone if you're driving behind the wheel of a car, okay? An adult should be able to make better decisions. And still, you know what? You see people in the Midwest or like in Alabama or fucking different areas or whatever, not necessarily the major areas where you would think that they would grow up, but people grow up a lot faster. People have kids faster in like fucking, Tennessee or like in fucking Colorado or some shit, right? What I'm getting at is, there's a lot of shit that holds people back. They're sheltered. But now what I'm trying to get at is even smart adults, my age, a little younger than me, 30s, whatever, they fuck up, okay? And now some people are like, what the fuck is Ben talking about? What I'm trying to say is, after a certain age, there is nobody left to blame when you are an adult. Because what I'm about to say right now has got me so fucked up that I've been wanting to record this show for the last, I've been just dying inside. There's so many different fucking things that are going through my body right now, but this is one of them. And this man that I'm about to talk about was a dear friend of mine. And he was always kind to me. So I am going to try to say this with a lot of bias. Okay? I'm going to say this with a lot of bias. I'm going to be nice as I can, because there's not many nice things I have to say. All right? TK, Terry Kennedy, aka Compton Ass Terry. I love you, bro. Okay? You are so talented. You are so blessed. You are a young black man, good looking. You have 2 beautiful daughters. What the fuck went wrong, bro? Okay? I wish your grandma was still alive, because she kept you like in check. She kept you in order, bro, with that tough love. Your grandma was hard, She was really a great human. She was there for you, and she really was like your only guidance. I know that. But bruh, what the fuck went wrong? How? Why? I wish this was in video. If you guys could see, I have goosebumps all over my body. I know we just talked last month and we reconnected and been talking a little bit, and it sounded like you were in good spirits. I could tell like you were anxious and you were like, you know what I'm saying? Like you were trying to prove that you're a good dude and everything and whatever. And it's been a minute. And I'd heard some stories of you doing like cryptic videos on the internet, gangbanging on the internet, talking crazy shit, talking like making threats or whatever it may be. And look, I didn't even watch him because I don't want to see that side of you, right? A lot of people said you were doing drugs. And the Terry Kennedy that I knew from 2007 to 2015 would never do drugs. We weren't that guy, okay? Not being delusional or anything. I'm just saying that's not the Terry that I knew, okay? Now, I know we lost touch with one another, but bro, over 5 years or so, I know we tried to catch up a little bit. We had about an hour and a half convo. We talked, but look at one point, Terry, you were the hottest thing living. You were signed to BBC. You were Pharrell's skater. You had the hottest shoe in the world. You were out selling Yeezys. You were out selling Jordans. You were on Supra. You were signed to Baker Skateboards. You were dating Angela Simmons, and she was on a big fucking TV show, and she's fucking the daughter of an enormous icon, right? You had money in your pocket. You had money in the bank. You had money coming in. You had a house, nice cars. You were on tour, bro. For a skater, you had a side business with Fly Society. You even had a rap career with Fly Society. And somewhere shit went wrong. I don't know, I guess in the last couple of years. And I don't know if it was your grandma's passing. I'm sure that was some of it, right? But bro, there's zero excuse. You are father to 2 young girls who need you. Like, there is no excuse. So allegedly, Terry Kennedy got into it with a young skater in the Midwest, just in the outskirts of Chicago. And while I'm in Chicago, this is going on. And not far from where the fucking National was, okay? He was hanging out with some young skaters. I talked to a dude who owns a skate shop out there. And, he knew the whole situation because he was dealing with Terry. And I'm not saying this to be degrading or anything. It's just being true. Like, these were broke kids, broke skaters on the come up. Talented, I'm sure. I'm just saying, they weren't like at all, were they wealthy, rich? Had they seen or ate, like Terry? Had they seen the paper like Terry? And what I know from several of the deceased, right? The young man's friends that is no longer here, I was told that you were one of his idols, bro. Okay? And that's not far-fetched. I get it. There aren't that many black skaters, especially when you were coming up, that, you were inspiration for a lot of people. Okay? There was some sort of disagreement at a motel. Bro, at a motel, not even a hotel. Like, bro, I'm just not understanding. How is you mixing with this? Like, I don't get, like, how were you in such the wrong place by choice and at the wrong time? Terry, I'm so sad because, again, you had the fucking world in your hands. Bro, you had me in your music videos, right? You were on my fucking reality TV show, my real reality TV show on Fuse, okay? I went on world tour with you, bro, to promote your shoe. We crushed it. We fucking destroyed Long Beach. We killed Houston, Atlanta, DC, New York, fucking Europe, Australia, you name it. All you had to do was stay focused, skate, rap, and collect your money. And I know, look, not everyone stays hot forever, but look at Stevie Williams, man, right? He's always pivoted and figured shit out, and low key, you had more of an impact than he did, and you had definitely more fire. So I'm just I'm so shocked. I'm so confused. I'm so sad. Like, bro, why? Was it really drugs, bro? Like, who the fuck? Like, tell me who introduced you to, like, bro, what maybe was there some sort of PTSD that I didn't know about? Maybe from your grandma? Did it hit your mentals that hard? Like, do you understand? Everyone we mutually know has hit me in the last 48 hours. Even Drake hit me, bro. And Drake fuck with you heavy. You know that. Nick Diamond, you know, all these random pro skaters hit me up. It doesn't make sense. Bro, you made it out the mud, out the hood. And now you might do life in prison. I'm at a loss of words. Other than that, I'm so fucking sad. I know most of you listening right now are like, who the fuck is Terry, right? And some of you do. But look, if he made top news on TMZ, he was somebody. So respect the fact that I'm taking this time to talk out to a friend, okay? Now, some of you guys might be saying, Ben, what the fuck you, bro, if he killed or allegedly killed, right? I don't know. I mean, from what it sounds like he did, right? You know, you guys are probably like, he shouldn't get a second chance. And I know this man, okay? He was kind to me, to my family, to everyone I knew, right? I'm going to be following this story, but man, Terry, if you really did that, bro, you got to live with those consequences for the rest of your life, dog. That's it. Now, I don't know, man. Is there an afterlife or something after? I don't know. Is there parole after 30? I don't know. You get out when you're 70 or 60? I don't know, Terry. I do know that you're a man of God, but this shit, again, just does not make any sense. TK, you know I'm not a religious man, but I'm spiritual, so I will pray that you somehow find yourself again and that you find peace and you stay safe somehow and you figure out a way to truly repent. BTB Army, I'm sorry, listen again. This is such a huge learning lesson because one, this ain't fiction, okay? This is a man who had the world in his hands. He was in full control of his legacy and his future, and he flushed it down the toilet, okay? Guys, I need you to think about your future. Some of you guys don't even know what you're going to do yet, and you're still in your late 20s maybe. That's fine. But you need to visualize things. Some people say, you got to live for today. That's true to a certain extent, but you got to plan for tomorrow, you know? And you got to have some goals, okay? You got to turn your tragedies into triumphs. All right, so I just had to say that part, and I really do want to focus on this thing, but this shit came out of nowhere. You think I wanted to fucking talk about this shit? This shit came out of no fucking where. Like, I saw this shit on the fucking airplane console. What the fuck? This is impossible, okay? But now, look, we will get more into focus and locking in. But right now, I do have to put the spotlight on a man who cornered the vaping business game and is a lover of shoes, is true to the sneaker game, and is trying to reinvent the sneaker app game and revolutionize the sneaker game in whole. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have to pay some bills. So Lakey Lake is going to play some beats, and we're going to cut to a commercial break real quick. And then I'm going to bring you Brian from Deadstock app. Okay, guys, we'll be right back. Yo, Miles, hit me one time, sir. You've got to get your grillable goods from moinkbox.com. Moinkbox delivers grass-fed and grass-finished beef and lamb, pastured pork and chicken, and wild-caught Alaskan salmon direct to your door, helping family farms become financially independent outside of big agriculture. Their animals are raised outdoors, their fish swim wild in the ocean, and Moink meat is free of antibiotics, hormones, sugar, and all the other junk you find prepackaged in the meat aisle. Sign up at moinkbox.com/baller to get a year of bacon for free. And then pick what meats you want delivered with your first box. Change what you get each month and cancel any time. Perfect for parties and at-home dinner dates, Moink was founded by an 8th-generation farmer who was featured on Shark Tank. Host Kevin O'Leary says it's the best bacon he's ever tasted, and I agree, it's delicious. And Jamie Siminoff, creator of the Ring video doorbell, invested in Moink. Join the Moink movement today. Go to moinkbox.com/baller right now, and listeners to the show get free bacon for a year. That's 1 year of the best bacon you'll ever taste, but for a limited time. Spelled MOINK box.com/baller. That's moinkbox.com/baller. What's good, BTB Army? Yo, we have a special episode today. It's real crazy because 200 fucking episodes and I never talked about sneakers, or I never had a sneaker dude on here. Didn't have my Pade Jeff or nothing like that at all. It's just really weird, right? Didn't have my boy Demaney from Flight Club, who actually, was Vintage Kicks back in the day, and any of the Nike Talk, NT dudes, nothing. And of all fucking people, randomly meet somebody through my boy Jeff. And he's here on the podcast today. We got my boy Brian Berber from Deadstock app. Brian, what's good, bro?
Yo, what's happening?
So, bro, okay, Filipino, which I had no idea, especially when I saw the last name. I didn't know. That's a good thing. So, Pinoy, all right, all love. You got an app in a crazy world where people take L's every day on the sneakers app, and people are mad about this, that, and the third, and there's StockX, and, every day it's fuck this app, fuck that app, and then they still use it. Okay, so bro, you're starting a sneaker app, he's launched a sneaker app. It is live. You download it now. It is called Deadstock app. Bro, what is Deadstock?
All right, so Deadstock is the next generation sneaker and streetwear app available on iOS, Android, and the web. We basically use a ton of technology behind it, including blockchain, NFC tags, and we're here to just revolutionize the sneaker industry.
Hold on, bro. So you will probably be the first sneaker app to accept crypto then?
We could be. We will be the first marketplace that offers buy-sell trade. So basically ongoing, what we want to do for the trade aspect is be the first place for people have Yu-Gi-Oh cards, any types of cards, memorabilia to trade item for item with cash up or down.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And we're also tied to blockchain, so we could do NFTs at a later time. We could do, we can accept crypto payments. We're using one of the top 20 coins on CoinMarketCap right now. Breaking news, I'll tell you this right on the Ben Baller podcast, is we are using VeChain as a supply chain. So basically, how we're revolutionizing the sneaker community and authenticity and bringing it to the highest level it's ever been is we have the first photo ledger paired on immutable ledger on blockchain. So basically, how this happens is an item comes into our office, it gets authenticated. Once it passes our authentication, and honestly, we probably have one of the best authentication teams in the US, we take photos of those sneakers because every sneaker is different, whether it's from left sneaker or right sneaker or from pair to pair. And what we do is we load data, which is photos of your actual sneakers, onto blockchain. And when you scan our NFC chip, the ledger shows up. It's like having a certificate of authenticity with an actual picture for the item.
Oh, shit. Okay. So that's a good thing. So you're thinking about the future.
Yeah.
So is this a global app or is it only be US only for right now?
Right now we have 3 warehouses, LA, Queens, New York, and Atlanta, Georgia. But the second, obviously because of the pandemic, the second that the borders open in Europe or Asia, our passports are ready and my team is ready to go and open warehouses there.
Okay, what about Mexico and Canada?
Canada, we're already doing that. Mexico, we're already doing that. That's North America is fully covered. So basically we can ship worldwide from LA, New York, or Atlanta, but we won't have sellers' items from abroad come to the States yet because it's too expensive.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what made you want to start an app? Like, what were you doing before all of this?
Oh, it's crazy. So I had signed a lease. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a story. I'm shopping in WeHo, right? So I'm going to like Beverly, Rodeo, Fairfax, Melrose. I'm just shopping for clothes, right? So I'm walking through these stores. This is pre-pandemic. And I roll into this one shop 3 doors down from Supreme. And like through the window, I see a cactus plant flea market hoodie that I'm interested in. So I pop in and I notice that there's a small Felice sign on the top of it. So I go into the store, I buy this hoodie, right? And I'm talking to this fool. I'm like, yo, like, is this place for lease? And he's like, yeah, I'm going to lease it upstairs. In my head, I'm like, I don't want the upstairs. I want this whole damn store. Okay. Right? So I already know it's for lease. And I know this guy's not doing well because based on his product out there, like everything was just bare minimum, right? So anyways, long story short, I leave the spot. I hit up my realtor and I'm like, yo, please figure out who the landlord is for this place, right? Because the photo, like the for lease sign didn't really have like a representative, right? So anyways, long story short, my realtor finds a person who owns it. We get paired to a realtor and we get a contract started with my lawyer. And so this is before the app. Like my plan wasn't to do an app like
plan to open an actual brick and mortar store.
Brick and mortar store, 3 doors down from Supreme on the left-hand side. Like the right side of Fairfax in the Mecca, like you're playing the game. It's crazy. Anyways, so like I was saying, we get a contract together. I pay this guy 200 G's. Last month rent with damage deposit. This guy is supposed to have the rights to sublease this location.
Oh, man.
Dude, so I give this guy 200 bands and I'm fighting for it for like 4 months. Then Mark from Illest, I'm talking to Mark like late night. I'm like, yo, Mark, like, I don't know. Do you know these guys? And he's like, yeah, like let me find out. So I think he calls Ben Hundreds.
Okay.
So he calls up Ben Hundreds. He's like, yo, like, because Ben has real estate on Fairfax, right?
Trust me, I know Ben.
And he's deep on Fairfax. So Mark calls Ben. Ben knows this guy. And he's like, dude, this guy, like, there's a California law, right? Where you can push a guy to judgment in like 15 days. So my lawyers are pressing. We know all this real estate. We know everything about this one dude. And he's just like dodging us right now. So Mark gets on the phone with Ben, calls up this dude. Next day, money's in my account. And to this day, like that guy, shady as shit. So basically what I did is like...
Let's put him on blast, bro. Who is it?
JMR Realty. Do you know what JMR Realty is?
No, man. For those of you who know, you obviously know me and Ben and Bobby. I helped out the Hundreds before they even fucking had a store or a business, period.
Yeah.
Me, DJ Am, and DJ Homicide are big parts of that. When he says Mark from Illest, he's talking about Mark Arsenal, who's on the show early on, over a year, way before the pandemic, when he came on the show with Van Culture. But me and Mark Arsenal have been friends for almost 20 years as well. That's random shit. Okay, so you're going to open a store, and then you didn't. What were you doing before opening a store?
I still have one of the largest vaping companies in the US.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I have everything from real estate. I've been an entrepreneur for over like 18 years. I look like I'm 20, but I'm 36.
Okay.
And
so you have like vape juice and all that stuff.
I have vape juices. I've designed flavors for a lot of the brands. I have a co-packing business that packs for like bottles. So you could do like CBD. You can do any of that.
Have you ever used sea salt technology before?
Yeah, well, not sea salt. I've done like just Nick salts.
Okay. No, I'm just saying because I used to own a huge cannabis vape company. Okay, so let me ask you a question, man. So how do you plan on attacking? Because bro, there's so much saturation. The thing is, there really isn't, but there is. Like even I had a friend of mine who had an app. I forgot what the fuck it was called. I feel so bad. My boy Kamar. He's actually a really smart dude. He had an app that kind of had a little success. He had some people behind it. He had some angel money. He had some VC money. Don't know what happened. I forgot what. I feel so embarrassed because I know the dude.
You know what the biggest problem in a lot of these businesses is they're overfunded. A lot of people think that like just because you get angel investing off the start, that it's going to be successful. The problem is it's like giving someone money that doesn't know what to do with it. Like if you have no track record of making money and then you get an investment, it's not going to make your life easier in business.
What's going to separate you from StockX, from GOAT? Does Flight Club even have online? They have online, but do they have an app?
I don't believe they have an app, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what separates you from any competitor in the sneaker game?
Okay. For one, we have one of the best authentication teams, bar none, in the US. Okay. So we do have authenticators from GOAT. We do have authenticators from StockX. And what we've been able to do over this past year of building this app is pretty much train them out of flow. So normally when you get trained as an authenticator, you're like shadowing someone as sneakers pop through and they're authenticating, right? You don't really get a chance to sit with and get these touches with all these sneakers. So we built that really well. Another thing that's going to separate us is, like I said, tech. We're the most advanced sneaker and streetwear marketplace. Like I said, the first buy, sell, trade marketplace. We are the first like solid affiliate program for it. We are using blockchain, AI, and then moving forward, we're going to expand on all that tech.
Okay, so let me stop you for a second, okay? For those of you who know, I had the first ever IPO on StockX. A buddy of mine, Josh Luber, started the app. Dan Gilbert, he owns basically half of Detroit. He owns the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's the one who wrote that letter to LeBron when LeBron left in Comic Sans font, right? So Dan and Josh flew me out to Detroit for the StockX. I went to the factory, went to their authentication center, went to everything. It was fucking a massive operation, right? They took care of me. I had my first ever drop with them, happened to be their first IPO. When you go to StockX University, you see the thing, and it's the Ben Bar to the Chain slides. They did really well. I wish I fucking had more pairs. Going on and going forward, I would see Jeff and his team at Riff authenticate shit here and there. And to tell you the truth, the only time I ever saw Jeff say, I can't buy these shoes, and it's not that he didn't want to, it's just he couldn't tell us how good it was when the Red Octobers came out. And if you remember, because you're 36, you should remember, when those dropped, Nike dropped the ball. Yeezy was like, fuck this shit, whatever, boom. And I was talking to Kanye at the time, and it was like a weird situation. They were coming all over the place. You already know the shoes were in Memphis. That's where the hub is for Nike, right? So when all these shoes started coming out of random places, people didn't know if they're real, they're not. The box was legit and everything. Let me ask you, and you just spit some real fucking game, okay? Now, I assume, obviously, you've been a millionaire, you're an entrepreneur, you've done all that, right? You obviously know that, like, you know, I sometimes feel like, yo, you do not have money, right? Like, some people be like, oh, wait a second. But what I'm saying, I tell people, and like some people think like it's a joke still, and you're sitting in a room with millions of dollars, right? Just the room alone, right? Let's take all the walls down, everything, just what's in here, right? I have to tell people sometimes, like, do you realize like what I fucking done in my life and how hard it was to get where I'm at? So with that said, the first time I heard the word angel money or venture capitalist was probably in 1999, 2000. I didn't know what that meant, and the tech boom was just starting. Now, with that said, I remember having too much money, and we spent it on Matsuhisa, we spent it on all kinds of crazy shit, spent it on trips here and there, whatever, boom. Then we're like, yo, man, we really just did all this shit, and now we realize, yo, we got to pay these motherfuckers back. There has to be an ROI.
Yeah.
Right? And what are we doing? Now, on the other end, where I'm at today, imagine the people that want to buy an IF & Co. or even buy into the Ben Baller brand. I can get millions from me, right? I'm sure you could, if I was like, hey, you know what, Brian? Could you find me a couple $1 million to expand my company? If you didn't want to do it directly, you'd find somebody for me. Or
100%.
Be easy.
Yeah.
Problem is, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Okay? Listeners out there, the BTB Army, do you want to know why? Because I don't need it. Okay, so if I needed it, it would maybe because of like, all right, you know what? Let me just have some shit in a different area. Let me start a corporation in like Florida. So let me have some money out there in a Florida court. Boom, have some people out there help me out so they could do things, and they're over there with boots on the ground. Okay, I don't need that because I have no money here in Cali to run what I need to run, fulfillment centers, whatever. But if I start taking money, now I'm fucking into my profit. I'm fucking into owing people shit. And a lot of people don't know that. So I really appreciate you dropping that game. One. Part two, back to the authentication. What is the illest fake shoe you've ever seen where you're like, yo, dude, this is fucking crazy?
Illest fake shoe, I don't know. I mean, like, my authentication team knows every sneaker. I understand
that, but
yeah, myself?
No, what I'm saying, okay, look it. Jeff was telling me
Yeah.
that StockX has sold some fake sneakers. I'm like, yo, how is that possible, bro? You know how hard it is to get past?
So let's turn back into like this money thing and like angel investors. So another thing that's very different about Deadstock and let's say GOAT or StockX is this. When you keep your money in the business, okay, here's how it goes. It goes CEO, management, customers, and that's the trend. It's up and down, it's vertical. Yeah. But when you get IPO money, VC money, that structure of business changes. It goes CEO, management, right beside it is shareholders, and then all the way down to customers. That's a break in the entire chain. So now, when you're talking about StockX pushing fake sneakers, guess what? It's because they only care about their quarterly earnings. They don't care. They don't work for the customer anymore. They work for their shareholders.
And they have to let some things go.
Yo, it's money to make these shareholders
It's like
happy.
a police officer writing a ticket. And sometimes they're like, yo, I was doing 57, it was 55. And they're doing it because they need a quota and they have to make sure that they get the city. Okay, so just going back to sneakers, right?
Sure.
What fakes have you seen that are really good?
I would say definitely a Red October. That's definitely something.
Are they
Union ones, man. Union ones.
Are they getting that good, dude?
100%. Fakers, the people who are faking stuff are always know what doesn't pass in, let's say, check or something, right?
Right.
So they know that one thing that failed is what they have to improve on. So they're consistently changing. And that's the thing with fakes. And that's the reason that like a photo ledger makes the most sense is you can identify that exact sneaker based on a photo. So a thread sticking out, a pattern on the actual sneaker, a scratch on the midsole, all those types of things. Like essentially, in order to fake that sneaker, they would have to figure out what's on my NFC tag, somehow pair it to our blockchain, and then fake that fake sneaker to make it look like the actual fake that's the real that's on the tag.
This guy, Brian, is ahead of the game, man. Because I hate to say it, one of my good friends, he's like my little homie, Ian Connor, he had started a brand called Revenge X Storm, crushed the game, had it.
Killed it.
And somebody 3D printed they infiltrated the entire operation. Because that's another thing with China. Found the factory. He couldn't tell. How about the fucking owner of the factory couldn't tell where it was coming from? That's how identical it was. That's why you never see it on, you don't see it anywhere. They're $40. You can't, it's just, it fucked up the whole game.
Yeah.
So you're talking about, affiliates and stuff like that and everything. So I heard you're starting an associate program. What does that mean for associates?
So associates, it's similar to like a profit sharing. So unlike any other platforms, we're willing to give a percentage back. So in essence, like let's say you have a Grail sneaker, like a Paris Dunk, right? And instead of you just listing it on an app like StockX GOAT, on Deadstock, you'll have tens of thousands of people trying to get the commission for that sale. So instead of you, the buyer, randomly seeing that sneaker on the site, they're now being sold it by 10,000 people. And that's a big difference. Being sold something or randomly stumbling upon something are two different ways of selling. This is going to increase the cash flow for our sellers, turn their money over because they are small businesses, so they can go buy more product to list onto Deadstock to make more money faster.
And gives them an incentive.
Exactly.
Look at that. Look, everyone else is out for themselves. He's out for the people.
100%.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, look, let's talk about your little background for a second, right?
Sure.
Like, what was the first pair of sneakers you ever bought?
Honestly, like, I grew up a skater. So I was in the DC Shoe, Etnies, Lakai, S area. More so DC. And then, as we all know, like, if you've been in the sneaker industry for a long time, since like dial-up modem, eBay days, you know that when SBs came out, it was a huge separation between like selling out and remaining a skater and then rocking SBs, because Nike came out of nowhere and just started putting $1 million checks in front of your favorite skater. And you had to figure out if you wanted to be like a corporation, like sell your soul, or still be a hardcore skater. So I'd have to say my first sneakers that I love were like DC shoes.
What's the most you've ever actually spent on a sneaker?
My second pair of Paris Dunks, I bought for $30,000.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Yo, last list is 98.5.
Fuck, I don't think I paid more than $300 to $250 for mine. I bought two pairs for like I bought two pairs for like $500 or $600.
Yeah.
And I had them when they dropped, and I wore one pair they still were probably a 9.7, 9.8 NDS. Like it was crazy. Did you ever wait in line to sneaker shops? Like would you ever go to like stores and wait in lines and stuff?
Oh man, I got in shit so many times. My parents one time, my dad's side of the family's in New York. So we went out there. They were like, "Yo, like we're gonna go visit your grandma, right?" I got in shit. So like whatever. So like, okay, cool. I'm just getting out of the city. I went to New York. My parents fucking left me there. They took my passport and flew back to Canada, and I was stuck there the whole summer, bro. I had the whole summer lined up, like, and it was just because I got in shit. But yeah, that's like I was skating, and then yeah, I would go in lines all the time, man. Like Supreme lines, hot dog water. You're smelling hot dog water for 2 days. Jesus New York, Christ. LA. All day, yeah. I mean, that was a definite time in sneaker culture, right?
No, definitely that was the culture, you know. So, what do you think about the sneaker culture now? Like, what? Honestly, just to be honest. I mean, bro, if it's fucked up, it's fucked up. You know.
Yo, I love it. It might be fucked up to some people, like that people are just paying astronomical, you know, amounts of money for a Paris Dunk, but like, or that everyone's reselling like they're like it's like. I was reading this article where someone was kind of making a comparison of like girls doing nails. It's like guys are now just selling sneakers and all the girls are doing nails. Like everyone seems like they're selling sneakers, but it's great. Like for me, I feel like that's a great thing. Like more sneakerheads, more sneaker culture, more art, more everything, man. Like why not?
And you had no idea about my my history in the sneaker game. Dude, and then the selling game.
Here's the thing: is like I have a disconnect because I was in Canada. If I grew up in LA, it'd be a different story.
Bro, I had
disconnect.
People in fucking Canada, Japan. Bro, I had the world record breaking highest sneaker auction ever in history. Like, I beat the Michael Jordan Katrina auction, bro. This was like 04. You know, I mean, did you know I was a collector though? Like a serious level collector?
Yeah, I knew you were a serious level collector for sure. But I didn't know to what extent. But the thing is like, I was still like very stuck in like not selling out to Nike, even though I was on Nike Talk and I was, you know, moving Air Maxes and Air Force Ones because that's what was in back in the day. No one can say that there was ones and all these things were reselling. Like it was really SBs, Air Maxes
was the shit, especially on Nike Talk.
100%,
you know?
100%,
especially in Canada.
Yeah, 100%. There was a disconnect there where like I was a reseller on eBay, like dial-up modem days, and I was in and out like through different businesses and like there was a point where like sneakers weren't selling well at that time. Yeah. And you lose interest because it's affecting your money.
There was a point in time, definitely from like 05 to like 09, where you just didn't see shit. Even to like maybe 2010 or something. It was just like there was a dead area. And then when it came out, it's just like I can't even. You know what's crazy is I would see people wear Dunks like in 08, 09. Didn't even know why they were wearing them.
100%.
And I was a big part of pushing that dunk culture early. And now it's back again right now, which is crazy. I remember when the SB started kind of coming back, and I remember Ian Connor was a big part of that. And I was like, I wish you guys even, I'm like, you know what, fuck it, it's not even worth my time telling people. You know, people are like, oh, you always been involved in everything. No, motherfucker, I was there. You was not there, you know? And then like Bari, my boy who owns V-Loan, he's part of our family, our Og family and stuff. And he was like, you know, he's such a young dude. He's very young. People think that Bari's like in his 30s or 40s. He's really, really young. You know, Bari's barely like 26 now or something, 27. He's 22, having a huge brand. And he started doing some very deep research. And a couple other people, Sean Witherspoon, other people started doing deep, deep research. And when they found out I was part of the Blue House, it fucked him up. And I think he looked at me differently. Was like, damn, Ben's just not a dickhead who drives Rolls Royce and has, you know, money, whatever. He's a jeweler. They understood at that point, okay, Ben knows James Jebbia. Ben knows these people. He knows Eddie Cruz. So it was a different thing, you know. By the way, you do know that I designed the Sean Witherspoon Air Max.
I do. I know you had a part in that 100%. Yeah.
Okay, so did you ever have a dream or a wish or any aspiration to like create a shoe, like to collab or make a shoe? Like,
I mean, I don't think anyone hasn't.
Right.
Like if you've been in that culture that long, like 100% you've thought of who you want to collaborate with or what kind of sneaker you want to work on.
So what would it be? If you could do any shoe right now and it'd be the Deadstock shoe, what would it be?
I would say I'd have to go to my roots and do an SB.
Oh shit.
100%. I'd have to go to a skateboard shoe. Yeah, I'd have to. I'm surprised that even Dior, I want Dior to drop an SB, bro. Like that would have been fucking hard. If they would have returned with an SB, it would have been crazy.
I think Virgil might do it first. I think
somebody has to.
I think they will.
They got to jump.
My question is this. Yeah. I don't know, and I wish I asked Jeff this. When did they remove the SB Zoom sole You know, the super cushiony sole, like how the first 2 or 3 series, you put your foot in the shoe and it's like, you know,
just sink in.
It's not just saying it's
I couldn't tell you the year. I couldn't tell you the year.
Yeah, I don't get it. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Because I've had SBs so long, and you know, Paul came to my house, and you know, people are like, how do you know P-Rod? I'm like, motherfucker, I used to skate, but at the same time, people saw P-Rod in the man cave. They're like, holy shit, Paul came himself, and I was like, yeah, that's my dog. So SB, okay, that's what's up, bro. So look, I do a lot of giveaways. Just a little while ago, I gave away a $60,000 watch. The dude who won the watch
is from Canada.
Yeah, in fucking Canada, from London, Ontario. Complex Canada had featured the store. I was like, what the fuck? But it was crazy because Canada's on the come up, you know. So you're doing some big giveaways. Can you tell me what big giveaway you're doing?
Right now off launch until September. So from July 15th until September 15th, we are giving away a customized brand new Toyota Supra 2021 Akrapovic exhaust, wrapped, Brixton forged wheels, and new tires.
What the fuck? So that's over 100 grand, isn't it? That's
it's probably around 100 grand. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like, so how do people participate to get that? That's
same kind of deal that you had with like your watch. Is you buy anything on the app, every dollar spent equals 1 entry, and then we'll have like close to the end, we'll probably do like a late bird one where like closer to when it ends, we'll do like triple the points, quadruple the points, and that's how we're gonna roll. Anything you buy.
Holy shit, you guys hear that? Listen, Deadstock app is giving away approximately $100,000 Toyota Supra. If you guys understand the car culture, anybody in the JDM world understand, he said Brixton forged. There's a lot of bullshit wheels out there. Brixton is not one of those bullshit companies. I put Brixton up there with HRE. I know that Anarchy's popular here and there, but they're like on that ADV1 wave. Very, very high-end wheels. Akrapovic exhaust, European. They've always had really good exhaust. They do exhaust for Ducatis all the way down to Porsches and everything else. That is fucking crazy, bro.
But what's even crazier is the giveaway we're going to do right after that. I'm going to give away my 2018 Lamborghini Performante TT.
Jesus Christ. So when is that going to happen?
That's going to happen right after September 15th.
Okay, so you definitely have to download this app because he's about to give away a Performante. Guys, retail price on this was $390. So, you know, and the car's gone up because the car game is crazy. They're not ever making a Performante ever again. You know, that was it. So that is the fact. You know what? I say a lot of bad things about Lamborghini, and I feel bad because they unfollowed me on Instagram, right? And I own, let's just say I own 7 to 10 Lamborghinis in the last 15 years or so. Let me say that's the only car I didn't own because the doors don't go up, and I do regret it because it's probably the best driving car that they actually have. That is fucking nuts. Okay, so where do you foresee Deadstock will be in 5 years, and where do you want to be in the next 5 years?
Deadstock will be a global force in 5 years, probably over 10 warehouses, Asia, Europe, everywhere. We're just gonna have at least 10 warehouses around the world, shipping centers everywhere, probably over 1,000 employees by then, and $1 billion company.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you plan on having a brick and mortar store at any given moment, just to have one? Fuck it.
Yeah, 100%. I think like vertically integrating through the business is probably one of the smart things. It's like there are already drop-off zones for StockX, GOAT, so having a store just makes sense.
I mean, look, going into a store, there's something nostalgic about, like, that's why, you know, I go to Riff here and there. There's something nostalgic about seeing it in your hands, you 100%. Know, seeing it, boom,
having that whole shopping experience, seeing all the accessories laid out. It's much different than viewing them as like a thumbnail on an app. It's something about that. I agree.
Right. So what else do you have besides sneakers on there? You did say trading cards and stuff, but are you going to be selling anything besides? Like, will you sell watches? Are you guys going to sell bear bricks? Are you guys going to sell other things on Deadstock?
Yeah, as long as it fits within like the streetwear lifestyle, we'll definitely sell that. Oh. Anything that is any reach from streetwear. If anyone likes sneakers and they like, let's say, you know, yeah, bear bricks, then it makes sense.
That's fucking awesome, bro. Let me ask you last question, bro. Where is your favorite place that you've been to go shopping for sneakers?
I would have to say LA.
Oh my God, bro. I was born and raised here, dog.
I know, but I wasn't. That's the thing. Like, I wasn't. So my perception of it is completely different. I've always loved California.
Yeah, no, I love Cali. I'm just going to let you know right now, bro. LA's it's good, I'm sure. Bro, nothing will ever touch the Mecca. And the Mecca is Tokyo, bro.
I was just thinking Japan right now. Harajuku, yeah.
It's just a whole different level. And you guys know I've already said I could live there. I've been going to Tokyo for 25 years now. And just the food, I love everything about Tokyo, but they kill it. It's a different life. I mean, everything that people are doing now, from even Domani when he started Flight Club, when he started Vintage Kicks, all these other stores, Riff even, those are all derived from Japanese reselling. That's 100%. Where they started it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yo, Brian, dude, thank you very much for coming on the show. Can you tell people where to find you, where to find Deadstock app? Like, give me all the call out shit.
All right. Deadstock app is available on iOS, Android, and the web. Our website is www.deadstock.co, and download the app.
All right. The app is called Deadstock app, right?
Just okay. Deadstock.
And what's the Instagram and the YouTube page?
IG is deadstock.app, app. And then our Facebook is Deadstock LA. And then our YouTube is just Deadstock.
Okay. Well, beautiful. So listen, you guys, make sure you join the Deadstock Associate Program that is available, because the app is available now, live as of this recording. Look, he is putting money back in your pocket. You could go reuse that and put it back into the app. Buy sneakers, sell sneakers, make money, buy sneakers for free, because when I say for free, look, when you make a profit on a sneaker and you go back and put it back in a sneaker, you're helping the culture. And you're also putting money back in your pocket, and you're also putting fresh kicks on your feet. The app is available now as we speak. Yo, Brian, is there anything else you want to say before we go off?
No. Thank you so much for having me, though, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, man, I'm really happy to have you as my first sneakerhead dude on here, and congrats on deadstock.app. Make sure you follow the dude. And yo, Miles, can you throw on some Lakey Lake real quick, and let's get into some, yeah, there it is. That's my shit right there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we'll be right back, y'all. Mouthwash hasn't changed much in the last 30 years. The bottles are still big and bulky, made from a ton of plastic and filled with mostly water. Thankfully, the oral care experts at Quip are bringing your rinse into the 21st century, giving you more of the ingredients you need and less of the stuff you can get from your faucet. Quip's new refillable mouthwash kills bad breath germs and helps prevent cavities by pairing their 4 times concentrated formula with a sleek, refillable dispenser you won't want to hide under your sink. Quip's rinse has no alcohol or artificial colors, and the dispenser's compact footprint fits any bathroom, big or small. Head to quip.com/code right now, and you can get $5 off a mouthwash starter kit. That's $5 off a mouthwash starter kit at getquip.com/code, spelled GETQUIP.com/CODE. So please make sure you download that Deadstock app. There are links on my Instagram stories, and then in these podcast notes. I was able to secure one of my grails off the app. If you go to my IG stories, you'll see what I'm talking about. But okay, guys, I am fucking exhausted. My body hurts. My fucking mouth is dry. No cap, I am anxiety ridden still. Okay, I had a hell of a week in Chicago, and now I'm low-key shook. All right, I took a COVID rapid antigen test as soon as I landed at LAX on Saturday afternoon, and I also took a PCR test just to make extra sure. But I wanted to know within 15, 20 minutes if I had COVID. Because I was careful. I wore a mask. Even though you saw me with pictures without a mask, trust me, I put the motherfucker back up immediately after I finished taking a picture. But I might have slipped up a little bit, okay? I get it. You know, no money is worth, risking my family's health and everything else. There's a duty I had to do. This was planned here and there, whatever, boom. It was just, it was a decision. I was like, hey, man, I'm going to go in and do what I got to do and try to be as safe as I can. So PCR test was negative. anti-test. I mean, the antigen test immediately was negative. So that's a good thing right now, right? But I'm on my way in 45 minutes to get another final antigen test done. And if that comes back positive, then I'm going to have to probably quarantine. I don't want to be in the man cave. I'm just going to go get a hotel and stay there for a few days and figure it out and monitor the shit. I'll obviously, document everything, let you guys know, be fully transparent. But if it comes back negative within 20 minutes, I will be rejoined with my family. I've been talking to them with the mask in the house here and there, but I'm sleeping in separate rooms. I don't really have any symptoms currently. But guys, when you get anxiety as bad as I do, you can feel warm inside. You might feel like you have a fucking fever. You could have weird body aches. You can make yourself feel all types of fucking weird ways. You could think you have fucking every disease in the world. Okay? Your mind is the first thing you got to make sure it's strong. All right? But my saturation levels are good. I'm at a 97 oxygen, 98, right? My chest does feel a little heavy, but I think that's just the panic and nervousness of my dumb hypochondriac ass. All right. So anyways, Chicago was a fucking movie. All right. It was the fucking play, Chicago, right? It was all the way lit. Okay. Before I continue, I have to give many thanks to my ace, John Seif, who assisted me my entire trip in the Windy City. Now, Seif is a Chi-Town native, and he is a friend of mine for just over a decade. So he's known me for a minute. You know what I'm saying? He's very intuitive. He's very, and just he's smart, sharp as a motherfucker, okay? He's actually known about me for 2 decades now, though, because he was on Nike Talk and all that shit and everything else. He is currently working for Kanye West and my bro, the legend, Chicago legend, John Monopoly, who started the whole motherfucking pyramid of all the Chicago great motherfuckers in the last 30 years, okay? But Seif is a fucking soldier. He held me down while working for fucking Ye and doing all that shit because there was supposed to be a private dinner, I think on Thursday night we were supposed to go to, but, it got canceled. Ye's still locked up in the fucking Mercedes-Benz thing. And my boy Seif is having a baby today, his second child, okay? So congrats, bro. And if you do have the kid, God bless you. If you don't, I'm sure it's happening tomorrow, the day after, whatever. Thank you again, Seif. I owe you $1 million. You already know, bro, okay? But yeah, the National was insane, right? It was a huge convention. Like if you've been to huge conventions in Vegas, wherever the fuck you go, Atlantic State, I don't know. But it was the typical huge fucking convention in Rosemont, Illinois, right? In a convention center. What it showed me immediately is that Vegas dwarf has no fucking clue what he's talking about because the sports card industry has not slowed down at all. In fact, it was in overdrive twin turbo mode. Okay? I'm telling you, Rosemont, Illinois was fucking active as a motherfucker. And my meet and greet went excellent. Okay, guys, thank you for everyone who showed up. I am sorry to those who were told that it was, that was it. And because I was only supposed to be there for an hour, even though I was there for way longer than that. But they had to take the booth and line away, whatever, after a certain point. And I get it. Look, that's love. Literally on a national level, I appreciate everyone that waited to meet my ugly ass, right? Shout out to Blake Jameson and F. Dot and Lauren Taylor. It's great to finally meet you guys. And my dude, Naturel. Some of you guys are my Project 2020 fam, and some of you guys are newer and just my Project 70 fam. Shout out to the entire top staff, my dude, Jeff, my guy, Mike, my bro, Brandon, and the rest of the Tops team. So yeah, I sold everything I brought to the show, except like 1 or 2 Kyle Lewis silver Ben Baller autos. So if you're interested in a Kyle Lewis silver Ben Baller auto, hit my DM or email me because the bbdtc.com site is down for right now. And I wasn't aggressively putting out there. Everything else I brought to the show was gone. That was it. The price is right. It's on the low. Just hit me. But yeah, going to the National was an experience. It was my first time. It was a lot of people's first times. And it was fucking awesome. Shout out to my dude, Dan Fleischman, and the Coffee Breakers crew, my boy Steve Aoki. Yo, someone offered my boy Dan $35,000 for my Project 2020 101 Gold Mike Trout card, and he said no. Now, I don't know if that motherfucker set it up or whatever, but it was crazy. He said no. All right. It's pretty impressive. But more importantly, there were at least 60,000 people inside that convention at any given time. Okay. I would say maybe 10, 15% at most had masks on. It was insane. Okay. I guarantee that they never had a turnout like that before. In fact, the people from the National they said that this was the biggest National ever. Okay. Wednesday was even crazier than Thursday, but I got so shook that I left after 10 minutes. I didn't even take my mask off for 1 second. Okay. And even on Thursday, right before my event, I got to the fucking convention center. I got such bad anxiety that I ran to the bathroom. I had to fucking wipe that whole motherfucker down with Clorox wipes, and I had diarrhea. Okay. Yeah, I know. TMI. But Friday was crazy as fuck. 2 at the National. By the way, trying to get an Uber in Rosemont, okay, or even Chicago, period, was just impossible. All right. It took me over an hour just to get from O'Hare to the hotel. My hotel's on the mile, right? At 1 p.m. in the afternoon on a fucking Wednesday. I've never seen traffic that bad before. Okay. The average wait time for an Uber or Lyft at most of the times was like an hour to 90 minutes. At the convention, forget about it. Downtown Chicago, real bad. 30 minutes on a fucking whatever random time. Okay. Just to get a fucking car to go wherever. Okay. I could have got a hotel room in Rosemont, I know, and made my life easier. But I plan on seeing more friends. I don't want to be around where it's fucking dead, everything closes. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a Dave & Buster's over there, and I was planning on going to see it. But, I wanted to eat in downtown. I wanted to see some friends out there. I was possibly going to go to Lollapalooza, you know what I'm saying, to go see Tyler, which, by the way, Lollapalooza made the city even 10 times crazier. And in 10 plus years, this was the most lit I've ever seen Chicago. And whether you want to believe it or not, like, we're still dead in a fucking pandemic, and it's getting worse. All right. Over 120,000 people filled Grant Park every day in Chicago for Lollapalooza, and the streets were insane after the show ended. Like, I was supposed to go see Tyler on Friday night, but I got really shook. I was like, man, fuck this. I declined. Like, I don't give a fuck what kind of VIP, whatever. It just was crazy. But yo, can we talk about Chicago food real quick? All right. You guys know that there's a festival, or maybe you may not know, there's a festival called Taste of Chicago. It's been going on for like 40 plus years. It's fucking famous, right? I don't know how long it's been. They started that food festival wave. Okay. So I always eat good when I'm in Chicago. I don't fucking eat McDonald's or anything else, whatever. I'm just saying, I don't eat Chipotle and none of that shit. No franchise food unless it's like a local Chicago shit. All right. Now, on Wednesday night, though, I didn't feel like being outside or whatever. I was just tired. So I ordered some Postmates. I had some Harold's, you know what I'm saying? Them Harold's wings, some catfish with that famous Harold's mild sauce. Man, I know they got Harold's here in LA, but it just ain't the same. Okay. Now, I personally like Buffalo Joe's in Evanston better, but that shit was too far. So anyways, real quick, guys, 2 major restaurant alerts. One in Logan Square. That's this Greek spot called Andros Tavern. All right. This fucking spot had the best Greek food I've ever had anywhere in the world. Okay. It was flames all day. Everything was delicious. It was just fucking, even the fucking pita, just, but I love bread, but some places have bad pita, whatever. This shit was just, it was gourmet. The chef is from French Laundry, so he knows what he gets it. It's fucking full culinary excellence. And now the next spot is a spot downtown called Sunda, Sunda, right? It is a Japanese Filipino fusion spot, sushi bar. It's ran by a new homie of mine. He happened to know who I was. He said he was a fan, everything, whatever. But his name is Michael Momo. He's the head chef there. And bruh, he brought out I wasn't even hungry like that because but he brought out this baller roll with truffle on it, fucking toro, gold flakes, caviar, crispy rice. Like, this shit, I got like, man, okay? He broke out adobo fried rice, and that shit was lit, okay? He brought out crispy pata. Okay, if you are Filipino, you already know what the fuck crispy pata is. I can't even break it down to you. Shit is delicious. This fucking restaurant was fucking amazing. Okay. And Sunda also, they also own a club right down the street called Underground. And on the night that I was eating, Jack Harlow was performing at that spot with my boy Sheck West. But I was like, fuck this, I'm washed. I called it early, but Syph and Momo and all of them, they went over there to go see that shit. But those two spots I just named are definite must-visit places in Chicago. And of course, I went and hit the OG RSVP gallery to show my bro Don C some love. Of course, they reciprocated with gifts. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy how much Wicker Park and Logan Square has fucking gentrified. It's just crazy. Like, it's just different. Okay, guys, I love Chicago. All right, I was gonna have a pop-up, and do it just nonchalant, but I hit my boy Joe Fresh Goods up too late, and he had something going on with my boy Anwar Carrots and actually Freddie Gibbs as well. So I don't want to do like a bootleg little jump off just cause. And I was gonna do this new sneaker reseller spot, and I was like, nah, let me do it official next time. Definitely next time. Okay. So Saturday morning, I wake up and I read some terrible fucking news about another old friend of mine. This person I've known for way longer than TK, but Gonzo is a famous rapper from the young gangster rapper group Caution with a K, right? Which was signed under Ice Cube. They had 2 hit songs, and I had signed Gonzo to a solo record deal at Priority Records, okay? And that was in 1996, so it's a long fucking time ago, right? 25 fucking years ago. He managed to finesse his life as a rapper, and he was really smart, man. Really, smart dude, good person. He was recently on a celebrity boxing match with Bosco 100, and Gonzo was close to Tupac. In fact, Gonzo made my relationship with Pac better because, they were so cool, right? And we were going to go see Pac together. I remember he's like, yo, let's fly to see Pac, man. As soon as Pac got shot on that Friday, he was like, yo, let's go see him. Let's go see him. But I couldn't leave. Don't even remember what the fuck I was going on that week, but I remember the day he died. Obviously, I talked about it in the K-Town Hustle series. I was supposed to meet him the day he was actually pronounced dead. Anyways, Gonzo was gunned down in Seattle, of all places, okay, near a gas station. And when the ambulance picked him up, he was DOA. So I just don't know what the fuck is going on. But my condolences to his family, to his son. Gonzo was 45, gone way too soon. He sent me a DM, and I didn't even see it until I went to his page to see his last photo, and I decided to just go to messages. And he's like, yo, bro, I just did an interview with DJ Vlad, or Vlad TV, whatever, and I just told him how legit we knew each other and the extent of our relationship, and yada, yada, and just hope everything's all good. It's just fucking sad. I didn't see the message, man. I don't know what the fuck is going on in the world, but people, please be safe. Life is a trip. Shit is just gone all the way mad. Crazy, okay? Now for some more bad news. Florida has broke the single-day record for new COVID infections with over 21,000 cases, almost 22,000 cases, okay? For one fucking day, all right? They have more daily cases in the state of Florida than the entire country of Russia, okay? Even the entire country of France in a single day does not have as many new cases as fucking Florida does, okay? And I'm sure it's from Rolling Loud and all that shit, and that started it, okay? But now Texas has, and I'm just, sorry, jumping to a different state now. Texas has more COVID deaths than New York State does. Great job, Texas, all right? With the fucking, trying to block the mandates for masks. You guys, it's just fucking geniuses, okay? I'm staying masked up, and I'm following the rules. There's supposed to be a 3rd vaccine shot from Pfizer that protects against the Delta variant. And guess what? I'm going to run to get that bitch as soon as I can, okay? Like, I'm fucking dead ass serious. I will literally stop everything I'm doing to grab that motherfucking shot, all right? My cousin was just saying at this point, everyone's just going to get it. So fuck it. Now, fuck you, Steve. I can't let that shit hit London. All right, I just can't. I got into a discussion about the topic of cases and deaths and all this other shit. And there is a Twitter account that follows me that I think could possibly be a bot or a smart troll account. And his handle is at Daron Knoll, DaronKnoll. Knol. Of course, there's no picture of his face. He's, Mr. fucking whippersnapper. Go read his tweets. Okay, he's a super anti-vaxxer. It's beyond painful to read this shit. Sometimes it's funny. He thinks there is an agenda. He thinks they're trying to there's a world takeover. It's just fucking nuts. Okay, he really thinks that this is all an agenda for the government to take over our lives. Okay, just read his timeline. It is fucking, it's funny, it's stupid, it's sad. He says he got 3 degrees, summa cum laude. Okay, Darren, what the fuck your name is. He also said there hasn't been one official single death from COVID in the world. COVID is like a flu. There's no way you die of something else. Guys, I'm telling you, I know it's Monday, but please, people, I want you to understand, people like this exist in the world. Fuck the news, fuck social media. Common sense is not so common, and he thinks he's so fucking smart. It's insane. All right, there's also an eviction moratorium that ended yesterday. And that means a lot of states will be evicting families who are behind in rent. And a few of the major states like New York and California, they have a couple more months before they can evict. But this shit is like, unless Biden turns it over or whatever, it's sad. Have you guys, you live in LA, have you guys seen what's going on in Westwood by the federal building and by the Veterans Hospital? Like, I've never seen it this bad. Have you guys seen fucking Santa Monica, Venice Beach? Have you guys seen downtown? Have you guys seen fucking underneath every freeway from Hollywood to fucking Woodland Hills? It's just terrible. Okay? And it's going to get uglier. So I'm asking you guys, be smart about life. Work hard. Work at any means necessary. I'm being totally serious when I say this. Some of you guys, if you just feel like, nah, man, fuck that. I need to take a vacation. I just need to have this break, but whatever. Look, dog, don't look at me. Don't compare yourself to me, ever. I'm saying I would not try to compare myself with Elon Musk or something, okay? If your mind being clear means more to you, right? And that means you need to go to Tulum or Bahamas to clear your head, right? And that's more important than paying rent or something important like your car or some shit, then okay. Look, backpedal to the Terry Kennedy situation, okay? I'm serious. Think about your future for real. Every time I think of my time in the Bay Area, I think about how, listen, man, I said this every morning. Fuck this. It was written. When I was in practice getting pounded by someone, I was getting shit talked on by whatever it may be. And, I know I was a little cocky here and there, but it was written for me. I said, it's going to happen regardless, okay? Nobody can fucking stop what's about to happen. Greatness is going to happen. I know it is, okay? You got to ask yourself, are you currently in a position or a place where you know you're going to be great, but it's just not your time yet, okay? And then do you have haters pushing you down and they just don't know about your destiny, and that later they'll wish they never acted like that? Yeah, that was fucking me, okay? It took 30 fucking years for me to get here, all right? 30. I wish it was 5. I wish it was 3. I wish it was even 10, okay? Yeah. I made my first million in 2004. No, that doesn't count, all right? I had to lay in the cut like a motherfucker. I was on that, I'm just going to eat one meal, a week, figure it out. That's not important, whatever, the master plan is stay focused, stay on track, okay? So again, there is no escalator or elevator to success, okay? There wasn't even fucking stairs for me. I had to climb trees, and some of these trees didn't have branches. So guys, I'm telling you, think about your future. Pay serious attention to your future. Set goals. Stick to them. All right, guys. Enough with the serious shit. Let's pivot into some sports real quick. I spoke to my boy Jamal Adams yesterday. He said the deal with the Seahawks is coming soon. Meanwhile, the Seahawks practice been looking real nice, real good. Okay. Also, breaking news this weekend from my Lake show. We got the Brody, aka Mr. Why Not. Russell Westbrook, my homie from the LBC, is officially a Laker. So now we truly got a dangerous big three. But we definitely need some more vets to help out. I heard we might pick up Carmelo. I'm excited to see what happens today. by 6 p.m. with free agency and such, right? But we signed this cold-ass white boy, Mac McClung, who I think is actually might be colder than Caruso a little bit. He got some swag, man. But I don't want to see Caruso leave, okay? But we need players who are cheap. And I don't like Dwight, and I said some shit publicly about it, but I get it. If he can help us out and help AD, take a load off of AD, off the bench, and take fouls and shit and everything else, we do need a faster 5-man because Gasol just ain't doing it. But that motherfucker, bro, Dwight rubs me the wrong motherfucking way, man. And then free throws, man, 3% or 54%. God damn. But I am excited to see what Russ does for us. He told me a long time ago he didn't want to play in LA. If you guys saw my Instagram stories, fucking 5 years ago, I manifested this shit. So I'm happy he is here. All right. Pivot to crypto real quick, guys. Ethereum is climbing up, is creeping nicely back into that good spot. I hope it goes, even higher. Okay. Doge is steady at 21 cents. Bitcoin dropped a tiny bit, right? It's fucking around here, sticking at the 40s. It jumped up a little bit. I thought it was going to hit 45 this weekend, but it didn't. I think the comeback is going to be real ugly, real ugly for those who didn't invest is what I'm saying, okay? So what I'm trying to say is I still feel real bullish, all right? Now for entertainment, I bought Jungle Cruise. It's fucking $30 for Jungle Cruise, right? From my kids. But if we went to the movies, I took all my wife and the 3 kids, it shit would have been, $200, right? So I'm not complaining. Bought Jungle Cruise, right? I thought it was going to be the shit and whatever. And my kids told me they didn't like it very much. I don't know. So take that for what it is. I don't know, man. Just take it with a grain of salt. But Raising Kanan episode 3 was fucking fire again. 50 does it again. So far, it's just all 3 episodes. Trifecta. Great. Okay, so definitely watch that if you haven't. If you have the Stars app or Stars on cable, that is definitely something you need to watch. And now, guys, before we end the show, I need to say something really important because I had motherfuckers mad about this fucking DaBaby shit and all this other stuff and saying all these dumbass fucking things. And I need to say something really, really important, okay? I hear the term culture vulture like too often. The funny thing is my boy Dame Dash actually invented that term. He created that term legitimately. He was the first person to say it. He was the first person to make it go platinum, okay? And it's just so funny how divided some dumbass idiots want to be and don't realize who's on their side, right? But look, listen. I've never had a problem with a group of people unless it was a rival sports team, okay? I got issues with individuals. I don't give a fuck what color you are, what religion you are, what sexual preference wise your sexual preference is. I don't give a fuck what your political stance is, really, okay? So don't come to me with anything about some type of phobia shit. I deal with people directly, not groups, not anything else. All right, that's it, guys. Anyways, last thing, don't forget this Friday, August 6th, I will be at Cookies San Bernardino from 4 to 6 p.m. launching my strain in the IE for the first time. If you live in the 909, show your boy some love and pull up. All right, that's this Friday, August 6th, 4 to 6 p.m. But guys, that is it for the weekend wrap up. Wow, what an episode, okay? Please make sure you hit that subscribe button if you have not subscribed already. And please, I have one duty to ask of you guys. Tell a friend to tell a friend about BTB. All right, I love you guys so much. God bless. Make it a great day. Make it a great week. All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace.